today I'm going to cover this up in clay and try to make a pot. I thought this would be a perfect cauldron type of shape. So I'm just going to go do it over top of this, and then I'm going to do a figurine of a cat here maybe another time, but I'm going to start off with this today. So I have that clay. And I'm just going to put it on there. I tried to do different, I was trying to think of different ways to do this, do a pinch pot or something, and I think to get the size I want, oh, this is nice and moist. I'm going to, I've had it stored for a while in there. I tried to play with this already about a week ago or so. Anyway, so it's nice and soft. So it's nice. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put it over here, and then I'm going to kind of see how it dried on the glass and if there's cracks, and then I'll try to fix it and that kind of thing. So that's pretty cool. I think I'm just going to start like that. So I don't know how much I'm going to need. I'm probably not going to need a whole lot. I'm just going to really push it on there to shape it. This is the kind of clay that you can put on a turntable and that kind of thing. I got it at Michael's, and it's the first time really playing with this kind, so I'm going to see how that works and play with that. Also want to make a lid for it, so I think so, but that'll be another time, I think. So I'm going to try to space what I'm doing. Using my thumbs just to push it down right now. I can smooth it out later with water. Space what I'm doing to different steps perhaps. So I'm using this nice little jar. I think I probably got it at a dollar store or a secondhand store. It's not too expensive, so I just find it easier. And if you can recycle something, that I haven't really been using it for much except for just holding some stamps and that kind of thing. So I figured this would be a better use for this. And you could use old food jars, like pickle jars and stuff like that. So but because I want this shape, I think I'm going to try this. We're going to see how this works. So it's an experiment to see how, and hopefully it'll work so I could use this, but it'll be, see how much it shrinks the clay and stuff like that. For me, that'll be the first experience I have with it. So especially on like a glass. And then it will be really fun to play with some recycled jars after this, I think. So this will be my first play with it, because I want this shape, so that's why I'm using it. But after, I think I really would like to recycle some jars, and I have some really neat shaped jars as well, but they're just not quite the shape I want for this particular project. But if you could imagine what you could do with this, making like a little fairy house or something like that with the clay, would be really, really cute. So I am particularly interested in a different theme in this one. I'm making it for someone, so that's how it's going to go. So this is going to be like my part 1 video, kind of, but it's not necessarily going to need the other parts if you're watching and you're not interested in the other part. This is just going to be a how I put it on the jar and how I make it look like a cauldron for this particular person who wanted a cauldron for a tip jar to go in their little library at their store. So they have a little area to sit down and read, have a little study area, library area, and they thought it'd be nice to have a cute little tip jar. So that's what this is for. So I'm trying to keep a lip. I'm going to add a little bit more over here. So this is actually coming along really nice and easy. I do not know how long it's going to take to dry, but I will record that on the video, like how long it took for this clay to dry. because I've never used this before. And it's just natural clay. So I've used different modeling clay, air dry clays that are really brittle from the dollar store. I find that they dry really fast, and this stuff, I was playing with it for a while the other day and tried to do a couple of things a couple of times. And the nice thing is you can see through the glass here when you're pinching it. I'm gonna get some light on the project here. You could see if it's not like right up against there and there's air traps. So that's kind of cool. I like that. Anyway. So it's just coming up with the perfect idea. I want it to be a little bit heavy, not too light, so the glass helps that too. And I can have this nice and thin, having it up against the glass kind of, because it gives it another, you know, support, the glass jar. It gives it support. So sometimes, you know, you see these little jars, glass round ones, at yard sales and stuff, and I try to pick them up when I did. At least in the past I had, because I used to have a lot of betta fish. Now that I have a cat, I don't, because my cat likes the fish. So I don't want to put no fish through that. But I have a lot of these jars now because of that. So I could probably make a bunch of little things and recycle the jars in a different way, and they were really cheap to get. And they're probably even cheap to buy brand new. So I'm sure I've seen them in dollar stores, but pound shop type of things. And now I'm going to make my lip, but I'm not 100% sure. So I'm going to keep my eyes out. We'll see all the different things we can make with these. It'll be fun. So I'm just going to kind of work on my lip, but I also got to smooth this out and push it in more. But I'm not in a rush. That's the nice thing about this clay. I'm not in a rush to worry about drying like some of the other dollar store clays, or other clays that might not necessarily be just from the dollar store, but air dry clays that dry pretty fast. You don't got a ton of time to mold. I was making crabs. If you guys recall the crabs I was making, and I was making their little pinchers, and they're only about this size, and after a while rolling and playing and making those little crab arms, I had to keep putting my clay in the bag. It was drying out on me, and that was just little arms. This is a much bigger project, and it's not drying out on me. So that's shows you that there's just different types of clays. Anyways, that is that. I really like that. Okay, I'm gonna smooth this baby out. So what I'm doing here is just kind of pinching my ends off. I'm gonna smooth it out next here, but I have too much lip over here, and I do want that, but not so much. I want to smooth that out though too. But before I get it all damp and go overboard with that, I want to just kind of get the thickness up. So I'm just pinching some of that out here. Get the I'm getting some of this clay on the inside, but that's okay. But if you do really cute little cauldrons for like Halloween or something like that, you can put like a little dry ice and water and have them all around the house or something, or even tea lights inside, and some really cool things, like the electric ones. And it'll be really cute. Okay. I'm thinking like all these cute little ideas I can use this kind of a thing for. Decor ideas. Now I think I have most of it the way I want it. Okay. Now it's a smoothing out time, and I'm going to get some water on my hands and just make this really cute. So I'll probably speed through that. So this is about it for the smoothing out. I did put a piece of clay at the bottom, which held it so then I can actually put a little bit of pressure on it, which is something I just like, oh yeah, I should probably do something like that. And that's that. So I'm just now smoothing out a little bit more, trying to even out the lip. It doesn't have to be perfect. These things, I think cauldrons are kind of like supposed to be imperfect, and I'll get the practice of it anyways. And it's like a cast irony type of thing. So I think that this is it for now, and I'm going to start working on the outside decor. So now what I'm doing is I'm just trying to put some detail, smoothing it out using little handles, parts, and whatever. Put some detail in these little feet. See if I like how they turn out. I'm using my stylus, I'm using the crochet hook and some of these other clay pieces, pieces to model clay or to scrape away at clay, just the handles and stuff. And seeing if I can make this look a little more cute and to put on here. So that's what I'm going to be doing next. So this is what I have so far on all 4 of these. Nothing too much, no detail too much. I'm just trying to make it a little more clawy and a little bit more finished look, I guess, too. So I don't want it just to look like a messy claw. I'm going to use my stylus to kind of push some clay around, see how that works. And yeah, see how I like that. I think I'm liking it. I think it'll be really super cute. And you don't have to buy fancy tools for this, but you can. Probably have some somewhere too for the kids when they had they were doing a lot of polymer clay. But I don't know where they are at the moment, and I'm just going to play. I'm not going to waste my time searching for it at the moment. I'm just going to play with what I have, use my fingers, use my instincts to make it look the way I want it to look. And that's what I'm going to go with. It's a messy job, but it's kind of fun. So it's like, it's not a project that you want to be like, you just want to enjoy it. Not mind the mess, don't stress over it, because your fingers are going to get messy. Anyways, I'll speed through it, more of this, and hopefully you guys will see. what's this word, secure just a little bit of the back here. Where is my crochet hook? Right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little bit of more secure here in case someone tilts it. I don't want to chip it. I think it'll, I just want to have it really secure. So I think I'm just going to put a little wedge of clay back here to secure it. I'm getting my fingerprints on here, but I think that's going to be the safest thing to do. So I'm just going to put a little wedge back here of clay and hope that it will securely hold this foot. I'm just, maybe I'll kind of beat it up like I was telling you guys to do earlier. Stick it in there. Rough up the clay where I'm attaching it to. I think this one's going to stay anyway. I just feel like I want to make sure that it stays really secure. So this foot might be bending, but so then if somebody tilts the pot, the little foot will have more security and it won't chip. But and it's not going to be really seen at the right on top of it. It's not going to be seen. So I'm going to put them on first and then kind of smooth it out, roughing it up, and then sticking that piece in there. Because like I said, there's no way I want this baby to break. And there we go. It's a little security. If you can see the difference between this last one here and these guys, it's going to have a little bit more protection from breaking, I think. So I'm just going to rough up again, rough it up, add my piece. Kind of learning as I go, but this is the fun part of doing it with you guys, because then you guys even might have more ideas, but you guys could kind of like, oh yeah, you know, not have, see whatever I come up with and then add to it or whatever. Now I'm going to smooth it out a bit with my ball point, and you can have like there's different sizes for different modeling clay modeling things. I've seen really large styluses for polymer clay and stuff. You could use all those. So I'm just going to smooth it out, wet my stylus ball, smooth out the cracks, the crevices where I'm putting it together, blend it in. And I'm using just water. And it washes out of my cup really good too. Because I used it before, so it doesn't stain and wreck your cups or anything. Okay. Who knew that there was going to be so much work to little feet? I'll be back when I start working on the handles. I'm going to get a couple of tubes going for that. And I'm going to grab a couple of balls too of clay. And we're going to play with this part. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make, hopefully I can smooth this out enough, make a shoe, clean my little surface here a bit. It's not too bumpy. It's a mess. I'm going to I want to make handles. I'm not going to have them sticking out. I think I'm just going to have them on, because if they're going to be too delicate then. And I want to have I don't want them to have them too delicate. I'm going to start this one over again. So what I'm going to do is roll these out until I get the right feel that I think will go with the paws and is that with paws or legs or and the lip and everything. Let's just kind of go with the size really well without looking too awkward. Okay. Keep playing with this. This is feeling good. And I also want to make a little ball to have it attached to it. I think this is perfect. Let's see if I can do another one like this. It's got a little bit of clay sticking here. It's a sticky situation. Way too much clay on this one. I might have to do that one again. There we go. So I'm just going to roll out like this and add my little, it's going to look like a little door knocker because I'm going to have the little ball behind it. Would be like a little line head or something, but I think I'm just going to do like a little ball with a little detail of something. Don't know yet. Don't want to make a lion's head. There we go. Close to the same size. My table thingy is turning a little bit too much. So the size of it looks like it's going to be a good size. Just trying to make it quite even. Making little rolls back and forth. I'm not really great at this, but this will be cute. Now let's see what we could do with these. Make it into balls. And then I'm going to push it down. It's got nice little cracks in it. I kind of like that. Just natural from the pushing down. And then I'm going to meet these up together. And see if I like this look. And then I think I'm going to add another little ball. I'll grab two little pieces. Stick it on my center. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rough it up again. Stick it on my center, rough up my ball a bit. I'm just kind of eyeing it and playing with it and seeing if I like it. And if I don't have to use it. I can just try again or rough up my ball. Go a different direction. So I'm just trying to make a little bit of a centerpiece. I'm going to wet my stylus. And that holds the ring. So it's looking like a little bit of a mushroom cap right now. That's kind of cute. So I want nothing falling apart on it. Trying to get it to here and look good. See if I like this. I'm going to rough up the edges again on here. This is where I met my pieces when I put the circle together. See if I like it. Might be a little bit too... I'll rough up these ones too. Where do they go? No, I'm just going to make it right here. I'm winging it, guys, so we'll see if this works. If it holds together, that would be great. Again, using my damp stylus, kind of meld that together or weld it together in a way. And I probably can have this attached to the pot, the bottom part of my little rings. That'll give it some sturdiness too. I think my phone's upstairs. Okay. Now I have my pot. I put these ends on just as the way I did the feet, where I kind of scored the surface on both these and the pot. And then I've been actually working it with this tool here and just kind of, I've been pushing it. I also use my ball tool to stylus to adhere to the pot. I want it to be nice and secure and shape it and make it nice to look appealing. And then I've just been kind of working this tool to shape my ring a little bit thinner now, because it was a little bit off. I can just kind of like almost like shave away or carve some clay to make the shape a little bit better, and putting a little more pressure on as well to put it close to the body of my little pot here. So that's how it's looking. I think it's pretty cute. And I've just been working around it like that. I've got some fingerprints. It's still moist, so I got lots of time to work on it, which is really nice with this clay. I'm really happy. And this is how it's looking so far. So later I'm going to put a layer of clay on the bottom. And this is how it's looking so far. So I think I'm going to, now I'm just kind of working on the lip here. I think I'm going to be almost done. I'm going to work on the lip a little bit more here. And that'll be the first part of this project, because I also have a cat. So I'll be doing that another day, attaching my cat. So I could probably cover this. I don't know how I want to do it, and leave it moist to add my cat. I'm not sure yet. because if you cover it with plastic, they'll stay moist, so I can put them together. And you can do that to keep the project going. I might want to do that, but we'll see. I could be all of a sudden inspired to do the cat today. So we will see, but that'll be another video. So now I'm just working on this. I also have different pieces here. I like that I can just kind of shape it with this piece. And do whatever I want with it. Now it's starting to look a little bit more, to me, authentic, like a pot, the sides anyway. I'm liking it. I'm happy. Okay, this is it. This is the finished pot. I'm not sure if I want to smooth it out more. I have to make that decision because I want it to look a little rough. So this is what it looks like. And then, like I said, I'm not sure I want to smooth it out. I think I want to leave all those textures in there because I like that for this particular piece. And that is how it turned out. So let me know what you guys think. If you had fun watching, and yeah, and if it helped any inspiration happen here. And yeah, I guess I'll talk to you all soon. Bye guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to craft like a duck. Bye.